Welcome to Sports Overtime. Gabriella, Patrick Walsh, we had a great week of shows here, Southeast Sports Plus.
Yeah, we broke down all the biggest sports topics with our friends from across the Nexstar Nation.
Here's the best of.
In this afternoon to the Marriott out at the golf course. We got 13 days there as a team. Reasoning there is just to be able to take the guys, move them off campus, eliminate every single bit of distractions we possibly can, and we got 13 days. That's how it was presented to the team. They're excited about it. There's nothing, no girlfriends, no dogs, cats, whatever guys are into. It's truly just us for the next 13 days, which is absolutely huge for us. We need it. The time in college football is different where the guys really don't ever leave. So they're around all the time, but this is the one time where there's absolutely zero distractions. We're going to go 13 days up until school start.
There are very few things that remind us of yesteryear in sports. And this is kind of one of those things.
Yeah.
Hearing this, and you heard Alex Gold say this, we had a bit of a debate pre-show about this in its normalcy.
I just don't think you understood where it was coming from.
I definitely understood where you were coming from.
Okay.
But for those that were not in that conversation, please highlight and rehash what you thought when you first heard about this.
I had just said this feels so crazy, and not crazy in a bad way. It feels very understandable. You're kind of following an NFL model. I mean, those guys go off and stay in a hotel. They don't have contact to their families. But just in the era of college football that we're in, you don't see this. I don't know of any other SEC teams that are doing this. So I just thought crazy in a fact of they're kind of going off the rails here. They're doing something different.
Do you think that it works, Patrick? Because I do find there are different ways to build chemistry.
Yeah.
This is obviously, that's his goal for 13 days, nearly 2 weeks. As he said, no girlfriends, no cell phones. It's you and your buddies. It's you and your teammates. Do you think it works?
I mean, let's just be honest here. There is no one that is taking his job more serious than Alex Gold.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's just so true.
I mean, this offseason, we have gotten story after story about him.
Yeah.
And what they've done in going back to spring practices, now here, spending 13 days in a hotel on your own. I mean, I wouldn't be surprised if Auburn came out and shocked some people right away. However, this almost in a way feels like it could spin right back on you.
Yeah.
And it's not as bad.
I was about to say, the guys have to be bought into it for sure. If the guys think this is a little ridiculous, I think you're going to lose them.
Look,
but if they're down for it, I think...
If the guys are bought in, I've already said that Auburn can be a playoff team in year one.
Yeah.
I mean, the schedule's set up to where if they get one or two breaks to fall their way, and it seems like in recent memory, nothing has gone Auburn's way, whether that be officiating against Oklahoma or Georgia or literally anything in general, I feel like that Auburn can be a very good football team. It's just, if this goes wrong, it can spin right back on you. Not in the sense of like the whole Hugh Freeze thing last year where all the different guys calling plays, coming out and saying you're going to play 3 QBs in week one or anything. Yeah. But, you know, people might start to take notice here. I'm not calling him Kurt Signetti, but he's having some Signetti-isms, so to speak.
Yeah.
It's funny when you listen to retired players, one of the first things they talk about is what they miss most is the camaraderie in the locker room and all these other places. I think this is a perfect place to help build this.
Well, I'm so glad I know how to do it now.
All right, well, but you got to do it officially, though. You got
Okay.
Everybody
together. Patrick, get in here.
Ready?
Me,
Patrick, get in here. Ready?
Okay.
Okay, I'm going to lead it. Ooh. Big
Suey.
Ooh. Big Suey. Perfect. Ooh. Big Suey. Razorbacks.
Whoa. Okay, that was great, guys.
And then Ryan Niblett runs back a touchdown for 115 yards.
No, stop. Patrick,
hey,
take away his hog call. Take it away.
Courtney, I will tell you this. We did hot takes on this show, and one of mine was that Arkansas was going to beat a top 10 team this year.
What? Did you predict a team?
No, I just think they're gonna get matched up against a top 10 team. No one's gonna have Arkansas on their radar because I don't think overall their season is gonna go great, but I think there's just gonna be that one team that comes in, thinks it's gonna be an easy game, and Ryan Silverfield's gonna have his team ready to go, and they're gonna win. They're gonna win a top 10 matchup.
Let's put your feet to the fire. I'm so glad Patrick brought this up because let's just do potential top 10 teams here.
Okay.
We got 4 wins.
We got Georgia at home on September 19th.
Yes.
We got Texas A&M on October 3rd. Let's just play for fun. Let's see Tennessee is a top 10
well,
team.
it's not going to be that one, let me tell you.
And,
If I wasn't a Tennessee team, I would maybe pick that one, but I'm not going to. Only because Arkansas has beat Tennessee in the past 2 years, but I'm not picking that one.
I'll give Gabriella some love on this because we had Quincy Rhodes Jr.'s dad, sorry, that was hard to say, in our studio this past week and a half ago.
Okay.
And he said, he made a bold prediction. He said, I will say this. I don't know how the season's going to play out. I think Arkansas is going to be a lot better than people think. But he said, I will say this. They're going to beat LSU at the end of the year. Last game of the year. I don't care where they are.
Okay.
They're going to beat LSU.
Okay.
And so I went, whoa. So that could be
one
LSU's
of them.
in the
Yeah.
If they are in the top 10 by the end of the season,
It could be them.
it could be them. Maybe they crush some
It
playoff
could be
hopes. I don't
Mizzou as
know.
well. I feel like Mizzou maybe has the potential to be a top 10 team.
maybe Mizzou, maybe Auburn, and Texas. Those are the potentials, and LSU.
Right.
So it could be.
You put Auburn in there too?
Yeah.
I was saying like as a potential of that late in the season if Auburn's having a good year because it's so late.
Yeah. Yeah.
I think one of those Arkansas is going to take down Courtney.
So it's Arkansas legend and Gabriella
Yeah.
both say
We're
the
on the
LSU
same
game.
team. We know what's going on.
Yeah, well, that's the only reason that I'm saying you could be maybe right.
Okay.
Because
I'll take it.
It could be a perfect storm. I mean, you're playing for the golden boot. You're playing the battle for the boot. You know, it's back on rivalry week. So
There you
a
go.
lot of fans are excited about that.
Yeah.
It's a perfect storm.
It
Perfect storm.
is.
It is. The perfect
So-
storm. Yeah.
I don't know.
I love it. We have gone not football long enough. Let's actually talk about football.
That was football related.
The cleats that are on the ground. The most important ones possibly belong to KJ Jackson, who's expected to be the starter going into this year. Your early takeaways here in fall camp with the youngster.
With KJ Jackson specifically, I definitely think he's the obvious choice to be your starting quarterback this fall. A lot of people still want to say there is a battle.
Mm-hmm.
And Ryan Silverfield says, guys, don't look into it. He's going to take the first team reps for day one. He did that. He was right. He wasn't lying about that. But he said, and while we're doing this show, fall camp hasn't started yet for day 2. We think AJ Hill's going to take first team reps today and they're going to switch off. However, you guys answer me this. I don't want to look into things. I don't want to. Mm-hmm. But they put out a video, the Razorbacks did, and it was Ryan Silverfield pumping everybody up on day 1. And who was the guy leading everybody out onto the field, leading them in chants, leading them, getting them going? Guys, come on. It was KJ Jackson.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
That screams to me, that's your starter. So, we could go into his background and what he's done. I mean, he threw some nice balls on day 1 of practice. I was actually impressed. They put out a clip, too, of him throwing a deep pass downfield. And I think it was to C.J. Brown, if I'm not incorrect on that. And there was a lot of people saying, he can't throw a deep ball. He can't do that. Well, he's throwing some deep balls in practice. So we'll see about that. But the way he's acting screams to me that he's the starting QB. And if he's not, I will be shocked. I honestly think that Ryan Silverfield's doing this for a little bit of a little bit of what he says. Hey, I want teams to prepare for both QBs. Okay, all right. But the other thing too is AJ Hill did come over from Memphis. He followed them over here. I think he's doing this to say, look, we're going to give you a shot. We're going to let you compete for the job. I think they know that KJ Jackson has looked better in spring, has looked better here throughout OTAs and all of that. I think he's going to be the guy, but just don't, it's always good to have a little bit of competition, right?
And stay with us here on Sports Overtime. Much more to come.
Yes, and remember, you can watch our show, Southeast Sports Plus, Monday to Friday from 2 o'clock to 4 o'clock on the free WKRG Plus app.
You can download the app on your Apple TV, Roku, Fire TV, and Samsung TV device.
Fall camp practices opening up around college football. Most teams are reporting on Tuesday, have an opening press conference, and then the practice field coming up on Wednesday. So happy to be going out to Oklahoma City. Kaylee Carnine joins the program for the first time. Number one, Kaylee, thank you so much for joining us here on Southeast Sports Plus.
Oh my gosh, thanks for having me. This is super cool. Excited to talk some Sooner football. Super exciting. The greatest day of the year, getting it all started today.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Right there with you.
No, you would love Gabriella because she is like, she hears the word football.
It's like Christmas morning this morning, waking up
literally.
and seeing everyone ready for fall camp. Ugh. It's like everything's right in the world
I feel like
again.
I'm an Energizer bunny today, just super excited, hopping around the place, talking to so many players. It's been great.
Kaylee, do you call it, here's a big debate. Do you call it fall camp or do you call it training camp?
I call it fall camp. I feel like training camp is more NFL, right?
Exactly.
Yeah.
You are so right. And that's how every college addresses it.
But
the
thing is, it's August 4th right now.
It doesn't
it's probably
matter.
115
it doesn't matter,
degrees
Patrick. They call it fall
when you
camp.
think of football, it's fall. So, you gotta get in the spirit and call it fall camp. Yeah.
I don't know. I feel like you should call it summer camp. I mean, we still have a little bit of time.
Summer camp gives
like
like
cool.
5-year-olds running around with a soccer ball.
Right. With notebooks and
Okay,
pencil
miss,
and
I
stuff.
just sign up and get the A and then do nothing.
Yeah, Kaylee, I don't know if you heard the previous segment where she was talking about summer camp, and this girl could not wait to get to summer camp because she didn't do anything in class. And she did nothing in government school.
Was not my strong suit, okay?
Nothing at all.
I was the kid that got in trouble for talking too much. And now I get to tell my teachers, hey, I get paid to talk. So.
Exactly.
Right. Professional chatters. Love it.
Yeah, since this is your first time on the program, just give us a background, a little bit about you and just the way that you've been able to indoctrinate yourself into Oklahoma City culture.
Yeah, no, I love Oklahoma City. For the past 2 years, I was up in Tulsa covering Tulsa athletics there. There's the University of Tulsa, Oral Roberts, and then I was covering OU and OSU. But a little bit about my background, I actually ran track at OU. So it's really, really cool to be back kind of on the other side of things, covering the Sooners now. Of course, I'm unbiased, and I love Oklahoma State football too. I grew up in Oklahoma City, so I just want all of our Oklahoma teams to do well. Anybody that can put Oklahoma on the map, I'm all for it. I love this state. I'm the biggest cheerleader for Oklahoma.
That's awesome. So did you always know you wanted to be a sports reporter? Kind of how did you get into this field?
I guess it was kind of a trial and error type thing. I got into college and I was like, yeah, I'm gonna be a biology major and do physical therapy. And then I had to dissect a rat and I was like, ooh, maybe not so much. And I kind of just, plugged and played different majors and then came back to I've always loved sports and I've always loved to write. So my mom was like, try journalism. And I was like, okay, but ended up falling in love with it and just so excited to be here.
Yeah. What did you run in track?
I was a sprinter, believe it or not. Yeah.
Okay.
So like the shorter the better. No distance, please.
100%.
Just let me get it done and over with and I'm good to go. Yeah.
100%. I'm right there with you.
That's great.
Right there with you on that. We're not going to ask you to dissect a rat, but we will ask you to dissect the press conference that you went to a little bit ago.
There you go.
The Oklahoma Sooners reporting, and they'll start practice tomorrow. Just some of your overall observations about this time of year. Of course, everybody's 0-0, so the hope is still really high, but your overall thoughts on this team after what they did last year and being able to make the playoff.
Yeah, I mean, this is a team that 2 years ago, they were 6-7, and then last year they go 10-3. They make it back to the college football playoffs for the first time since 2019. And I think that there's a lot of hype around this team. I talked to the players and they're just saying that, last year they were the underdogs. They had that kind of chip on their shoulder, the hard to kill mentality. And this year it's all about building off of what they were able to do last year. They know that they can do it. And now they're just excited to kind of enter into this new phase, and they are kind of on the map now and they know that they can do and get back to the CFP. That is the main goal. And there's just so much hype and so much passion around this team. I don't think I've seen a team with this much passion in a while.
I saw over your shoulder. What's the coolest thing that you have in your memorabilia?
Oh, I would probably say Muhammad Ali shorts, signed by him and Joe Frazier.
How'd
I
you
do
get
have
those?
over the other side. I have Shaq's shoe, Roberto Luongo's blocker and glove, LaDainian Tomlinson helmet.
This is cool.
I mean, we could do a whole show just you showing
mean-
us and breaking this stuff down.
We could definitely, man, we really could. We could have a field day with
So-
all the memorabilia.
And it sounds like, because right there in just the 4 or 5 items you named an NFL player, you named a boxer, basketball. So it seems like you're one of those who appreciates all sports. I know your sport was baseball.
Yeah, well, one of my favorite things is boxing. I love Mike Tyson, a huge fan of him. I have his shorts, I have his glove. I think I have something else of his too. But he was somebody, like, he was in my highlight videos, thanks to like the Cubs, the Rangers, a lot of these teams I played for. They would combine like strikeouts or me, executing pitches with him knocking people out.
Right.
So it was like my whole philosophy is the more that I can visualize and have that mentality when I'm pitching. I mean, you go out there, I've got 9 innings, 9 rounds. I'm here to try to win each round and go from there. So that's been my big thing, is boxing. My motto.
I love that metaphor, and it kind of works out in baseball. Let's dive into your career a little bit. For those that don't know, it's hard to become a professional, especially it's hard to have longevity. You were able to do both for a really long time, for more than a decade at the major league level. Just talk about what led to that success and being able to stay in the game for as long as you did.
Well, for me, the big thing, I know I'm not a Hall of Famer by any means. I would like to think I'm a little bit above average. I mean, obviously, be able to play as long as I did, be used as well as I was. I mean, I took the ball any time that they asked, whether it was starter, reliever, got the close, whatever it was. I made sure I did that. And the biggest thing is having Nolan Ryan was my boss at one point, and I learned a lot from him with longevity, is how much you got to run, how much you got to strengthen the body, take care of yourself. That's the most important thing. And with Mike Maddox and the other pitching coaches that I had, those guys would teach me the discipline, paying attention to hitters. What are they doing? Just being able to make adjustments on the fly. This game is all about adjustments. And so you got to make sure you're doing those things. And yeah, I know I had really bad games, and I also had some really good games too. So it's just part of it. You got to be able to take the ups and the downs. I'd say the biggest piece of advice that I always got was, how quick can you forget? You go out there and you give up a absolute bomb. Okay, forget about it. You got to worry about the next guy. You get a big strikeout, forget about it. Get ready for the next guy. You can't let those little things dwell with you. And a lot of, as I teach, the kids that I'm with, and all kids that I get to meet and all that stuff too, is it's all mental. You can have all the skill in the world, but if your mental game is terrible, you will not go places. And I'm very blessed with how I got to basically develop that with, starting from college all the way on. So I think that was huge for me, is just being able to, how quick can you forget things? Now, granted, down the road, you're done with baseball, you tend to forget a lot of things still now, because that's always been your routine. And, that's the hard part. But at the same time, like I said, it's very important to forget those things, so that way you can move forward rather than get stuck in something and let it snowball.
And stay with us here on Sports Overtime. Much more to come.
Yes, and remember, you can watch our show, Southeast Sports Plus, Monday to Friday from 2 o'clock to 4 o'clock on the free WKRG Plus app.
You can download the app on your Apple TV, Roku, Fire TV, and Samsung TV device.
Back to Southeast Sports Plus. We just found out a phenomenal bit of information just a bit ago.
You guys are making me look like I have like a second grader's level of education, but
Well, clearly you
I
do,
feel like-
because you tried to skip school every chance you could.
It seems to me that was the only time you actually cared about school, was in second grade. And after that, just like, you just kind of take it or leave it.
That's true. But I feel like I am not alone in this. So you can say it.
Patrick does a great job with our rundowns. And
Yes.
so he obviously stacks it very great from an organizational standpoint. But usually the top line on every segment will read what we are about to talk about.
Yeah.
First line in this one reads, Carolina mum on Bryce Young's future. And just before our
Let
microphones
me
went
know
on,
how
she
many
says,
people knew what I said. I had to Google what the word mum meant. Because the only mum I know about is the ones you buy in the store when it's fall and you put on your doorstep.
Okay, no. This is crazy. Your parents never played mum with you in the
don't know
car?
what mum is? Like a mum? Like you buy the mums and you put them on your.
I literally
It's a
only
very
know-
fall thing.
I literally know,
What?
literally only
Sorry,
know mum
Patrick. Continue.
Your parents never played mum with you in the car on a road trip?
It's
No.
a tricky way
We
to get your
probably
kids to be
would have
quiet.
called it like.
1, 2, 3, mum.
No.
Wow.
One time on a road trip, though, we did run out of gas. Like our car fully ran out of gas. We had to pull over, and my dad had to walk to the gas station.
Who was driving, Mom or Papa G?
I think my mom may have been, but the funniest part about it was there was a road sign, and it was like, no gas station for the next 200 miles, fill up now. And my brother was like, hey, do you see that? And my mom's like, oh, we're going to be fine. We were not fine. We ran out of gas and had to pull over. My dad had to walk down the road and buy a thing of gas. We almost made it. Sorry not to like go off the rails here. But...
Well, we're already here. Like not even off the rails. We're off the rails with no gas. That's our show tonight. Thank you so much for joining us for Sports Overtime.
And remember, you can watch our show, Southeast Sports Plus, weekdays from 2 to 4 p.m.
Good night.